Dave O'Malley, Democrat candidate for Albany County Sheriff. I believe that some of my uniqueness for this position started when I graduated from the University of Wyoming out of the social work program. And you know, it was a program that when I went into law enforcement, they said you didn't go into your field. And I said, yes, I did. I went into a field where I'm dealing with people at all levels, oftentimes in times of crisis, most times in fact. And I think I was able to carry that education into my career. Part of that uniqueness is that for 30 years I worked in law enforcement with the Laramie Police Department and was able to have a lot of experience in budget management and grant management and that type of thing. And then moved on from there to a small business owner for 4 years. So I had an opportunity to actually see the hardships of being a small business owner in a small community, and then moved on to some other things, and it's been a great experience from that standpoint. The budget management at the police department was well over $5 million a year, so it wasn't a small amount, and something that I was ultimately responsible for. I started in grant writing in the early 70s when the LEA grants were out there, Law Enforcement Administration, Assistance Administration. Moved on through to the Juvenile Accountability Incentive block grants, the local law enforcement block grants, ultimately to the Homeland Security grants that came about, and I believe those things do make me unique.
Turn it on.
Bob Miller, Republican, Albany County Sheriff. I believe bring the uniqueness of, like every other candidate here, of many years in law enforcement. I did almost everything in law enforcement you could possibly do. I worked all 3 shifts. I was an investigator, and then incidentally was a shift sergeant. In addition to that, once I left law enforcement, I went to work for a private security firm, and during my tenure there, I went once again from a security officer all the way to a branch manager for Northern Denver. Managed and prepared a budget for well over $5 million a year. In addition to that, I also live in the county, and I know exactly what county residents are up against at this point.
Good evening. Kevin Lundahl, the Democratic candidate for Sheriff here in Albany County. I started off my law enforcement career in 1980 with the Laramie Police Department. I worked for the Laramie Police Department for 22 years. I was a patrol officer, moved up to investigator in the detective division. From there I went to patrol sergeant. While I was at the police department, I also performed many other functions: motor officer, emergency vehicle operations instructor. I was a member of the SWAT team for the Laramie Police Department for 20 years. After I retired from there, I went to work for the Sheriff's Office. After about a year's wait, I worked for the Sheriff's Office for 5 years. So it was probably one of my most enjoyable experiences. I absolutely love Albany County and all 4,300 square miles. Like I said, I was there. I helped build the SWAT team for the Sheriff's Office, which became a highly respected multi-jurisdictional team. Once I left the Sheriff's Office, I went to Iraq for 21 months. While I was there, I helped provide security and did threat assessments for KBR services. I was responsible for the 4,000 expatriates at the Al-Assad Air Base and Camp Ramadi. Upon my return, I went to work at Flinders State Park, and that's where I am now, with the park ranger. Good evening, I'm Mike Garcia. I'm running for sheriff on the Democratic Party. What I bring to you resident of Albany County. I've been here my whole life, minus the 3 years I served in the U.S. Army. I've been at the Sheriff's Office for 21 years. I know the budget issues of that Sheriff's Office, the constraints that we are having right now. I know the community inside and out, being a lifelong resident. I know the county inside and out. I know the back roads of the mountains. I'm a coordinator for search and rescue. If we have issues with search and rescue, I know how to get the job done. I've been the coordinator for the search and rescue for the past 10 years, although I've been doing search and rescue for the past 21 years. I also instituted the Warrant Task Force team in Albany County. I am in charge of the sexual offender registration, which I like to say now have 100% compliance. I am a deputized U.S. Marshal, and I think I'm going to bring some good knowledge of how the Sheriff's Office works and functions to the community.
If I could ask you all, please, to be sure you speak into the microphone enough so that everybody at the back can hear you. I have a little note saying that some folks are having a little difficulty hearing. Thank you.
Okay, my name is Ron DeMello. I'm running on the Republican ticket, and I'm running for Albany County Sheriff. My uniqueness is, well, I was going to go with the hairline thing, but I don't think I can pull that off. It's really gotten me. But we're going to start with that I grew up in the county. I currently live in the county, and I own a house in the county. So it's very important to me as a citizen, as well as working for the Sheriff's Office, that we get the job done and we get it done right. If the Sheriff's Office fails to do their job, that puts my family in jeopardy because I do live in the county. I have had the privilege, after 17 years of service with the Sheriff's Office, the last 4.5 working directly under the Sheriff Jim Pond, and so I've got to work a lot with the budget, and I've got to help him prepare salary increases, and now unfortunately it looks like budget cuts, and we had a very significant budget cut this year. I worked directly with him trying to manage to make sure that we got to keep the office running smoothly, even though we have these cuts. And I think that's one of my strongest suits here, is that I understand the budget of the Sheriff's Office. I understand what our needs are and what the costs are and what it takes to run this office. Thank you.